Okay, so you're working with a couple and they're about to make a purchase decision. It's all good except for one thing. He likes it, she doesn't. What are you gonna do? You know, I've been speaking for years about the idea that people buy according to this formula. People purchase when the current dissatisfaction multiplied the future promise is greater than the cost and fear. Everybody begins that process with something that's wrong, the current dissatisfaction. They have the idea of what right looks like, the future promise, and that's got to trump the cost and fear. This is the formula for how people make purchase decisions. I've been teaching it for years and years and years. But here's the problem. What if you have two people involved in the decision? Now, this could be in a business-to-business decision where you got multiple decision makers there. It could be in a business-to-consumer sales situation where you've got more than one decision maker, because this is what I want to tell you right now. If you have more than one decision maker, it means that you have more than one formula.
It was my understanding that there would be no math.
So the current dissatisfaction is not always the same. The future promise is not always the same. The cost and fear issues are not always the same. But what do you do if you're selling to people with two different formulas? And I just want to use the example here. Suppose you were selling to a husband and wife, and he likes it and she doesn't, or she likes it and he doesn't. What are you going to do? This is a really, really tough one. And it's a situation that I've had to deal with personally, as I'm sure you have as well. When Karen and I are out shopping, there are those disputes. There are those conflicts that we're going to find. And so we ask the question, in a dispute, in my case, and between a husband and a wife, who's going to win? I know the wife is going to win, but just stay with me for just a moment. If I'm thinking about that dispute between a husband and a wife, between any buyer and co-buyer, how do you know who's going to get their way, if you will? Well, just look at it this way. I travel a lot, and I might come home from a road trip, and Karen might say to me, hey, you know what? You want to go over to Maria's and get a Caribbean chicken salad? And I might say back to her, I'll do that if you want to. But I have been jonesing for McCooney's. I want to go to McCooney's. Can we please go to McCooney's? Try the Fair Oaks roll. It's amazing. And of course, she's going to say, sure. And if the tables were flipped, if I said, want to go to McCooney's? And she said, oh, listen, I'll do that, but I want to go to Maria's and get the Caribbean chicken salad. Can we please? And I'll say, yeah, sure, go ahead. Who wins? And this is the key here. If you have two different formulas and you're wondering who's going to win, here's the tip. This is Jeff's hot tip. Follow the passion. The passionate person tends to win. Now, of course, buying your product isn't just one decision. It's a whole slate of decisions along the way. All along the way, you're going to see what matters to who win. Follow the passion. You can follow the passion on the small decisions, and you can follow the passion on the big decision. And there are times where I'm going to have to look at it. If I've got a buyer and a co-buyer, I might have to look at it and say, hey, listen, is this something you'd be willing to give up on in order to make her happy? What happens now? He's the hero. I want to be able to go along and recognize who I believe is going to win anyway. Now the question is how to make the other person feel good about that. We're thinking through our role as sales counselor. We're trying to figure out how to make different people happy. The only way you can do it is to understand different people. So make sure initially when you're going through that process that you're asking the questions of both. You're asking the motivation, you're asking the pain points, you're asking the hopes and dreams and the future promise to both people. You got more than one buyer, you're going to have more than one decision. Now, look, I'm not suggesting that this is easy. And hey, look, it's sales. When is it ever easy? But I am suggesting that you'll go a long way towards making both people happy if you understand both formulas. And once you understand the formulas, follow the passion. The passion will lead you in the right way. Hey, listen, if you're enjoying these videos, boy, we'd sure appreciate it if you haven't subscribed to do that, or you can hit that little bell button. It'll give you a notification when we have a new video coming up. And if you really, really enjoy them, post it on your social media page. Let people know. Just post the link. Just copy and paste the link right onto your Facebook, your Instagram page. It would mean the world to us. In the meantime, go out there, take what we have taught you today, and learn more to earn more.